Welcome. It's Tanya Smith here. Welcome to Stream Like a Boss. This is my weekly show where we talk about how you can leverage on camera content to serve more people, sell more services, and stand out online. So, I'm actually thrilled that I get a chance to talk a little bit about money tonight. We're going to talk about money. And the reason why this is so important is because I know that I've heard from a number of you, for folks, particularly in my community, in some of the coaching and training programs that I do, that you want to know, how can I earn money if I have a small live stream audience, if I'm just starting out and I don't have the numbers? So, we're going to talk a little bit about that. But I want to give you some ideas on how you can generate revenue with live video. So, I'm going to give you a few minutes to go ahead and grab a coffee or whatever your favorite evening drink is. Do that, and we'll be right back to talk a little bit about how to generate money, how to generate revenue to make money with live video, even if you have a teeny tiny audience. So, I'll see you in just a few seconds. All right, I'm back. So I just want to let you know that I'm actually broadcasting in multiple places. My name again is Tanya Smith. Right now, I'm broadcasting on Instagram Live as well as in my standard spaces, YouTube, Facebook Live, Twitter, anywhere that you can be. So LinkedIn as well. I'm broadcasting this show, and we do so every week on Thursdays at 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern for Streaming Like a Boss. So, really excited and thrilled that I get to be here with you this evening. Let me make sure I do this and say hello to the folks that are in my Stream Bosses community. Hey, I'm saying hello and seeing you there. Now, if you're brand new and you've never watched me before on live stream, I hope that you'll enjoy what we learn or what we talk about tonight. But go ahead and type in hashtag newbie so I can acknowledge you as a newbie to the space. Now, if you've been with us for some time and you've been watching for the past couple of years, or even just the past few weeks, past few months, type in hashtag OG, because now you're part of the family, you're part of the community, and we get to know each other in this space. So, very excited that we get to be here live. We were not here live last week, the first time in a long time that I haven't been present, but it was because I needed a well-earned vacation. And even that did not turn out to be what we wanted it to be, but we did take some time away. Mr. Robert Kennedy, one of my favorite live streaming experts in the whole entire world. It's good to see you, sir. Appreciate you being here. You are an OG, yes. Hashtag OG for you, sir. That's what you get to put down. All right, let me do this too. I'm going to let my folks who are inside of the Facebook group know, if you see Facebook user popping across the screen, it's because you have not yet given permission to Restream to show who you are. So look in the description for this video and you'll find the link that allows you to give Facebook permission to show your name and face through the Restream app. Let me say hello there. Awesome. Wonderful. It's good to see you, Kathy Smith, on Instagram. And thank you so much, Soul Desire, for joining in as well. All right. And Devana from South Carolina, ma'am. It's good to see you. Miss Cheryl Jones, who is definitely an OG, and Stacy Bynum. Thank you for showing up. Look, we need to talk about money, y'all. We need to talk about money. And I didn't do a whole, slide deck and all that other stuff because I just really want to kind of talk. And if we need to, we can look up some resources and showcase anything that we need to look up, because there are a few things technically that I want to make sure you understand. And the reason why I wanted to deliver this particular message is because, again, a lot of people, and let me say hello over here, a lot of people tend to get on live streams and they're like, hey, I know everybody's doing live video right now. Let me do it too. I want to make $1 million day one. And it doesn't typically work that way. because most of the time these platforms are built, they're designed from a streaming standpoint to first see if you can generate in engagement and interest on your own. So what YouTube, for instance, and Facebook Live and some of the other platforms are looking to see is, have you already built up an audience before they actually allow you to monetize, right? You have to meet a certain level of criteria and you have to be eligible in order to earn money. And Robert, you know you are tripping right now. Let me put his comment up. Now, if you're on Instagram, you can't see the comments going across the screen. So if you do want to join us over here, I am actually on youtube.com/Tanya Smith if you want to join us there, or go to tanya.video/links and you can just join us wherever you prefer. But yeah, Robert said he heard Facebook was going to give us $1 million for going live. They didn't give it to you yet, though. I know. And that's the thing. We all want to jump into these spaces, and part of the reason as business owners, because I'm usually talking to coaches, consultants, course creators, people who are in a service business that have a service that you want to sell, or an offer of services, programs, or products that you want to promote. When that happens, of course, you're expecting to try to draw and attract potential clients who want to invest in more of an experience with you, right? That is the purpose. We're not just on here for our health. We're not just doing video because it's a hobby, although it's fun. It can be fun once you really get into it. But the thing is, we are looking to find ways to generate income. We want to generate some type of revenue, right? So of course, it's kind of a downer when you go to some of these platforms and you find out, well, oh, I need to have 10,000 followers before they'll even let me turn on, these different monetization tools. That's the thing, right? So what I wanted to do is to give you some hope and give you some ideas so that you can creatively think about, you're right, cash is the money, right? We want to find creative ways that we can generate income even before we have this huge, massive audience, because many of us are starting out small. And frankly, I'll tell you honestly, I kind of like having my small but mighty community. So the Stream Like a Boss folks that are over on my Facebook group, let me pop up your link here so that people know where to find us. I love this small community. I love being able to engage with you on a personal level. I love when I get to ask you questions, when you get to ask me questions, and we're feeding off of each other's energy and supporting and encouraging each other. So I don't think you should be dinged because you have a smaller quality community. On the other hand, I get why these platforms are doing what they're doing. They're turning on the monetization features when they know that you're already able to generate interest and to engage people on their space. They want you to have more people on their space for a longer time. So, for instance, with YouTube, there's a requirement when it comes to eligibility for you to have a certain number of followers. So, like you hit your first level, I think is at 1,000 followers. Then you need to hit 10,000 followers, and you have to have a certain number of watched hours. So people that are viewing your YouTube, for instance, videos, they need to have stayed on those videos and watched them for a certain amount of time before they'll turn on certain benefits and monetization features. The same with Facebook. There's monetization features within Facebook. If you do a Facebook Live, they have something called stars, for instance, right? But that doesn't turn on for everybody. And in fact, I think it's really reserved for people who are gamers, right? And other brands that already have celebrity status. So that's exclusive. And that is not something that really embraces and includes us, right? So I wanted to make sure to share with you, and thank you. Irene said we love you back. I do. I love you guys so much. One of the things I want to make sure you know is that there are options. There are ways for you to generate revenue. And so when I asked the question in the group, and yeah, Robert, you're right, 4,000 watch hours is no joke. So we're not talking about like just somebody coming and watching your video. You can't just send out a note to your family and friends and say, hey, go watch my video so I can get monetization. It doesn't work like that. They're talking about you actually building an audience before they will turn on certain monetization features. But there are ways you can creatively generate revenue through your live videos. And so I want to talk a little bit about those. And I'm going to give you some ideas for you to think about and to consider. Not every idea will be right for you and for your business. But some of the things that we talk about may be good nuggets and seeds for you to think about as you're preparing, if you're not already doing live video, as you're preparing to get yourself into the streaming space or to do regular and consistent videos. And yes, Lou said it took him years to get to 4,000 watch hours. And Lou has been in the business for a long time. Lou was recently our guest, our special guest interview this past week. So if you missed it, go back and listen to him. He's got a lot of wisdom and knowledge about the video and media space. So the thing is, and let me say hello there. The thing is, I want to give you some creative ways. And for those of you who are OGs and those of you who are in this space already and you have ideas and you know what it takes, feel free to keep commenting here. And if you've got ideas, even extra over and above what I'm about to share, definitely put those in here too into the comments. The first thing I want to share is this, and I'm going to give you 3 specific things to think about. And let me make sure I pull my notes up so I don't miss a thing for you. The first thing you want to think about when it comes to actually achieving or generating revenue for through your live videos is, what is the objective of your videos in the first place? And this is something that we talk about even in my coaching programs, right? We talk about, again, likes is nice, but likes don't pay the lights. Okay. So you can get likes. People can love your stuff. They can give you hearts. They can give you fire emojis. And if you're feeling what I'm saying right now, put a fire emoji in the chat. Fire emoji if you understand that just because you get likes, that is not the equivalent of cash. So you can watch and you can see that people are they're delivering videos, and you're like in awe because you see they have these massive numbers of people that are watching and all these likes and comments. But keep in mind, that doesn't mean that they're wealthy just because they're getting a bunch of likes. So you have to think in terms of the purpose. Thank you, Hawk Vision, for the fire emojis. You have to think about your vision. Likes don't pay the lights. Cheryl just put it up so I can put it in lights on the video. Thank you, ma'am. And Cheryl, I know you're someone who you've generated income with your video. So it's possible, but we need to think strategically. So the first tip I want to give you is you need to think about your strategy, your overall business strategy, because your video is part of your marketing strategy. It's not the strategy. Your video is part of your income generation plan, right? So one way that you can generate revenue by sharing live videos is through courses and lessons. So if you are educating people, for instance, just like we're doing right now, we're educating people through training videos, through webinars, through Zoom conferences and meetings. All of those are live stream or live video methods, right? Where we can actually charge a fee. So you may be doing these videos, for instance, right now, I'm doing this live and free on Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, etc., right? But my game plan is that I have a call to action. I want to bring people or drive people to take a specific action where they can expand on the experience with me in a paid environment. Okay. So to give you an example, one of the things that I do right now, and I've done for the past several weeks, is we have a program called Stream to Sell. That's a coaching program. And it was filled up by people who are actually regular and consistent viewers of my audience here on the live stream I do each and every week. That wasn't by chance. It was because I thought through my actual marketing strategy and figured out, okay, so when I do a video live every week, yes, I am giving away content. Yes, I am sharing and I'm educating and empowering people to do their thing, right? But I'm also looking for ways to help them feel comfortable and confident to continue to be with me, but in a paid environment, in a paid capacity, right? So you want to be thinking about when you're doing your live videos, what is the objective? What's the end game? And here's the thing, I want you to really get comfortable with this because sometimes people don't get comfortable asking for the cash. Okay. But if you're a business owner, you've got to open your mouth so you have an open store. Open mouth, open store. So you have to tell people, here's what's available to you in a paid capacity. Okay. Versus just delivering your fun and engaging Facebook Live and then being like, hey, okay, that was great. Bye, y'all. Right? There needs to be a purpose and an objective behind it. What is it that you're trying to drive people to? And here's one thing, because I used to be the same way. If you're feeling like, yeah, that's me, I usually don't ask. I used to be the same way. And then someone approached me and said, I'd never bought any of your stuff because I didn't know what you sold. I didn't know what you did. I didn't know you had courses. I didn't know you had a coaching program. I didn't know you had. So you have to let people know. And that is part of your call to action process. Kiara, is wonderful to see you, ma'am. You have to let people know. You gotta look, I love what Lou put, gotta say the CTA. I love rhymes. I'm not a rapper, but I do love things to be easy and memorable. So you got to say it. You got to look for ways to connect people from your live stream videos into spaces where they can pay, right? And most of the time, people want that because they feel like, look, if you're giving me this much in your free videos, in your free content, surely there's a lot more on the other side. And there is. There's more to that, right? So be thinking about your business strategy. And so, tip number one is to really, from a strategy standpoint, think about what your offer is and make sure you're connecting your video content to your CTA, to the call to action that's drawing people into your spaces where they can now invest in more of an experience with you. That's tip number one. So, courses and lessons can be live too. Those can be paid for. All you need is a payment gateway, whether it's a webinar where people pay, whether it's a lead pages or a landing page. As a matter of fact, one thing that I'm using now, I'm starting to move fully into, is something called funnel streams. My friend Mike Wayne, the amazing Mike Wayne, has created a tool that will help you to literally put together your entire sales funnel. And so my live streams will be feeding into this as soon as I get it set up. So I'll pop up his link right here. Funnelstreamsdemo.com will show you all the bells and whistles, and just put Tanya on the end and you'll see it there. So funnelstreamsdemo.com/Tanya. Okay, so back to our tips. So the first tip was, think about how your business strategy encompasses and includes your live stream videos. You're using your live stream video as part of an entry into your sales process. Okay. So think strategically is really the first tip. The second thing I want to share with you, if you want to make money using live video without having a huge audience, because monetization hasn't been turned on for you yet, when you have a tinier audience, you want to think about affiliate links. Now, I'm getting ready to do a soapbox thing for a second. Some of y'all are going to know because you've heard me say this before, but I absolutely want to share this. And yes, Lou, it is awesome. It is awesome what Mike's put together. The thing is, affiliates. I want you to kind of like listen to what I'm about to say, because some of you are sitting there saying, well, I just don't want to tell people that I have an affiliate link. I'm just going to share it. And then I'm going to put a disclaimer after I share the link that says, I am not being paid to share this link. Look, you don't get awards for that. I know sometimes people feel like that's a bad thing, but this goes back to the whole, again, the mindset and us thinking that we shouldn't be asking for the cash. We shouldn't be asking to invest or for people to invest with us. Here's what I want to share with you when it comes to affiliate link sharing, because I share them all the time. I share products, services, programs, equipment, gear. I have an Amazon store, for goodness sakes, where I sell stuff that I believe in. Now, I'm not going to sell everybody's stuff, and I'm not going to sell things I haven't tried or tested or don't know anything about, but I am going to promote other people's content, other people's programs, other people's gear. I'm going to promote things that I believe in and that I can put my name behind. And we're going to create win-wins for each other because they're winning. Look, there's 3 people winning in this process of affiliate sharing. And this is what I want you to think about. Again, mindset. You're winning because if that person purchases through your link, you get a commission. The producer of the product, program, or service is winning because they just made a sale. Somebody purchased their program, service, or product. And the person you referred is winning because they're getting to take advantage of this wonderful service, program, or product that you referred them to, right? And sometimes at a discounted or off rate, right? So you have to think about it. Yes, Kiara, yes. She said, I have some, but never really share. So I want you to really be thinking about, why would you stop the winning process? Why is it bad and wrong to share affiliate links? As long as you can put your name behind it and you trust and you have faith and credibility, right? You know that there's credibility in the product, service, program that's being offered and you're promoting it. My goodness, all 3 of you are winning. Everybody in that pyramid triangle, and I'm not talking about pyramid schemes. I'm not talking about that. But everybody in that process is a winner when you share. Okay. So I tell people all the time, if I have an affiliate link and I know of a piece of equipment and I know of an app and I know of a tool that can help you. Now, even if I don't have the affiliate link for it, I'm probably going to share it anyway. But when I do, I love that I get to create that win-win-win, right? So I've created an entire guide that has nothing but my recommended tools and products. For those of you in the Facebook community at Stream Like a Boss, you know, because it's there inside of the guides, it's in guide number 1. You have access to my entire list of recommended apps, tools, and products. And for those of you who follow me on Amazon, I'm doing an Amazon Live on Saturday that's talking about lighting. I love to talk about the pros and the cons of different things so that you know what to invest in. And again, you're creating wins. So, yes, absolutely share affiliate links through your live videos. Don't hesitate to do that as long as you have faith and belief that the product, program, or service is something that you can stand behind. Now, if it's not, or it turns out not to be so because of something, an experience that one of your people you referred to has, or something that you saw or experienced, then don't put that on your list anymore, right? Listen to people when they come back to you and say, you know what, I had this horrible experience, and remove that from future referrals. But definitely find ways to win. So affiliate links would be the second way, the second tip that I would tell you you can use with a small and tiny audience. You don't have to have 10,000 followers. Nobody has to dictate to you how many people you need to have in order for you to win by sharing affiliate links. So yes, and I love look, Irene said it. You ought to be paid because you've done the hard work of vetting and reviewing the products or services. Yes, and hopefully that's what you're doing, right? You're vetting and not just simply sharing out because you felt like you needed to share it or somebody asked you to. You want to really look into it. Be careful what you put your name behind, okay? Because really your trust and credibility online is very sensitive in nature. Okay, because it could take a nosedive just like that online. So you do want to make sure that you have created a trust relationship with those you're referring the product, program, or service to, but that you also have a relationship like I do with Mike Wayne. That's why I just shared that link for funnel streams. I believe in the product. I believe it's going to be an excellent service and tool. And so I'm willing to share it and create a win-win-win, right? Okay. Yes, Robert, you definitely need to follow on Amazon Live, sir. You need to come on over and check it out and probably get your own setup as well. All right. So here's the next thing I want to share. So there's two. So the first one I shared with you is you really want to be thinking about your business strategy. And so courses, lessons, and other things that can create, you can have a paid gateway where you're sending people from your free live stream video into that space by doing a call to action and driving them to those spaces. That's one. Number two is that you're also going to think about how to use affiliate links and to share affiliate links through your live stream videos. You can do that without having to have a specific number of people who are viewing. So you don't need them to turn on their monetization features for you. If you're doing that, you can do that instantly from the day one that you start broadcasting. Okay. These are the tips I'm giving you, are things that you can do right off the bat, even if you have a tiny audience. So here's tip number 3. And I think I actually have a couple of sites I want to share with you here. I do. So the third and final tip that I'm going to share, and I could go on with this really. The third and final tip I want to share with you is that you can also use donation sites. So what am I talking about? Donation sites, I haven't really, and I'm going to be transparent and tell you, I haven't gotten into these as much as I know some people have, but I absolutely see the benefit and see that there could be some potential here. And that's why I want to share this as the third tip. And Preston, it's good to see you, sir. So a couple of the sites that I'm talking about. Some of you are familiar with one called Patreon, P as in Paul, Atreon. Patreon is a very well-known donation type site. By donation, what I mean is, and this again, because you don't have a certain number or minimum level of people that are following you yet, I believe, and for those of you who are experts in the Patreon space, you can correct me in the comments here, but I believe that you don't have to necessarily meet a certain, you have to meet criteria, but you don't have to have like 10,000 followers before you can use it and that type of thing. So Patreon, you can actually go onto their website and you can sign up for an account. And there's information, of course, that you're going to have to enter. And I believe you have to connect it to a payment method like PayPal or something to that effect. But the purpose and the reason for sites like Patreon is that you, as a creator of content, can keep doing what you're doing, creating content, and people can pay you for that content. And look, Robert just confirmed for me. So let me pop this up. You can do it right from the beginning. Excellent. So if you get a Patreon account and you are a content creator, you're someone who's creating content, and content could mean your voice, your spoken word. Content could mean that you're creating digital PDFs that people can download. So content, okay, there's a broad category of content that you create, but you're delivering and you're creating that, and people can pay you for it through that site, whether it's through donations of certain amounts or increments that you have dictated or asked for, or that they just decide, this is how much I want to donate. This is what I want to give to you based on what you've given to me. So you're basically doing an exchange here, right? Because you're delivering something amazing that they can then pay you back for. Another one Robert put in here in the comments, and I did not have this one up, but I'm going to share a couple of other ones too, is Buy Me a Coffee. So Buy Me a Coffee is another site, right, that does something similar. Also on Clubhouse. If you're on Clubhouse, and I do believe that once you've reached a certain number of followers on Clubhouse, you can turn on this particular feature, unless they've opened it up all the way. Yes, Marie, definitely check these out. So Patreon is the first one. Buy Me a Coffee is another one. Clubhouse, if you have a Clubhouse account and it's giving you, there may be some criteria you need to fill. But if you have the option of being able to turn on, there's a feature where you can actually turn it on so people can donate, right? Marie has it on Clubhouse. People can donate to you through your Clubhouse app based on what you're sharing, because you're giving information and content to them. and they can decide, you know what, this was so valuable to me. I want to send this person $2. I want to send them $1. I want to send them 50 cents, whatever it is. I want to send them $20. Yes. Me either, Marie. Don't feel badly. Not on Clubhouse because I haven't been there consistently enough yet. Here's a couple of other ones. So Patreon was one, Buy Me a Coffee, Clubhouse I mentioned. Another one for you is, where is it? Let me make sure I look at my notes. Haps. I don't know how I forgot that. Haps TV. So HAPS.TV. Okay. So Haps TV, and let me pull up my actual link and you can kind of see what this looks like. Haps TV is fairly new. I mean, it's not super new. Like there have been people on it for a while, but just recently they had an influx of money, right? So someone injected additional funds to help them to grow. And I suspect they'll be using that to really build out this platform even more. But it is a free streaming platform where you can literally go and create your own show or series. You can create your own TV channel. And I'm just going to pop up my link real quick here. You can create your own TV channel there and go live for free to multiple places, to YouTube, to Facebook, right? Anywhere where you're authorized to stream. You can use Haps TV for that purpose. The reason why I'm bringing this up as one of those donation sites is I like that they have built in monetization. They haven't built this into Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, not necessarily YouTube. They have in certain arenas. And again, you got to meet those eligibility requirements. But in Haps, you may not have 10,000 followers yet or 4,000 views. So again, this is another reason why it is an excellent option if you're trying to find ways to monetize and generate revenue with your live videos before you have a huge audience. So Haps, what happens when you go to Haps is that, and I'll see if I can pull up an actual somebody's account. Yeah, I'll show you one right now. I'll show it to you right now live. So let me do a screen share. Um, what it allows you to do is you can even create a goal and say, for this particular video that I'm going to do, I'd like to reach a goal of $20, right? I want to have, want to reach a goal of $20 and generating $20 income through this video because of what I'm about to share, right? So you can say that and you can list that inside your HAPS program. And then as people are watching you in HAPS, they can click buttons and they can give you coins, which are the equivalent of actual dollars. So let me go ahead and share my screen and I'm going to show you someone right now who is live so you can kind of see what I'm talking about. So look right here and hopefully you can see that pretty large. I don't know if I can blow that up any more than I am. Let's try it. And there we go. So now she is live. This is Larissa, right? The lack of gratitude causes us to miss out. So she's doing a show, and I don't know if you can see that at the top, but she's reached 89% of her $20 goal. She's showing that people gave her 50 cents, gave her 20 cents, gave her 20 cents, gave her a dollar. So people are giving her money and donating to the content that she's sharing. And this is right off the bat. Like, this is not when you have reached a certain level of followers or anything to that effect. You literally, as soon as you start sharing on Haps TV, you can actually turn on, it's by default, it's on anyway. You can turn it off if you choose to, but people can contribute. They can buy you a coffee, right? They can, I don't know, just send you money because they think that you said something that was really life-changing or transformational for them and an idea that they hadn't thought of before. So there's monetization built into platforms like Haps TV, like Patreon, Buy Me a Coffee, all of these different types of sites. And here's the thing that I want you to keep in mind, though. Your mindset has to change. If you're a person who's thinking, well, I really don't want to do that, because then it looks like I'm begging. I've heard people say things like that, and I'm just kind of looking at them like, no, 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 you're not. As long as you are delivering high quality, relevant content and you're sharing something of value that no one else can share like you, because, hey, you are your own unique individual. You are an experienced human being. Nobody else can mimic who you are and what you offer. Even if the message sounds similar to someone else, no one else is you. So please know that you are of value. Know that what you share, people may be willing to invest in, even if it is 20 cents or 50 cents or a dollar, that does start to add up. Okay, Marie just shared another one for us, and I don't know anything about this one, but standwith.me. So I think I'll have to make a list of all of these and put those into the description for this video to make sure we all have caught them. Look, Robert's even pulling up another one. It's called Ko-Fi. So I need to make a list. I will do that. I promise. Somebody help me capture these as we're going, please. And let's make a list so we can put this inside our Facebook community. Ko-Fi.com, ko-fi.com. I haven't seen that one either, Robert. And Marie says that the Stan With Me, STAN with.me, that one is a smart bio with payment options. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Hey, cuz, I see Julian in the house. Good to see you, sir. All right. So look, there are lots and lots of different ways that you can generate revenue through your live videos. This is the number one thing I want to make sure you get, if you get nothing else from this conversation today, is that you, as a small live video streamer, someone who's just starting out new, or someone who has built and is building a small but mighty community, you may not have met the eligibility requirements of some of these platforms to have their features turned on, but that does not limit you to being able to make money. But you need to get creative and use some of the ways we've been talking about. So yes, the first way, because I had a question to recap and I will do that. What's the number one way? So the first way I described is to make sure that you're thinking about your business strategy and you're leveraging courses, lessons, so other paid events where you're using live video. And in your live stream, you're sharing calls to action to drive people to those paid experiences, right? Whether it's a webinar or a course. Look, because if you're able to train and offer something educational and of value that can change people's lives and businesses and the current path they're on, it can take them down another road. If you're doing that already through your live videos, then you should also be doing it with paid functions. Meaning you could be delivering courses, you can be delivering paid training through webinars, through Zoom events, right? Through conferences, through teleseminars, through calls, okay? Where you have a gateway that people can pay you through. So absolutely think about that. Do you know if Facebook does the same thing? Yes, Facebook does have features that allow you to monetize, Julian, but in order for you to get those turned on by Facebook, you have to meet their eligibility. So that's exactly what I'm talking about. And that's an excellent question. So all of them, Facebook, YouTube, many of these different platforms, they do have ways that they will reward you, monetization features that they will turn on. But in those cases, you have to have reached a certain level. So you have to have a certain number of people that are in your community or audience. You have to have a certain number of followers. You have to have a certain number of hours watched. We were talking about the 4,000 hours watched requirement on YouTube. And so what I want to do is, through this venue, what we're talking about tonight is, what if you don't meet those eligibility and those criteria? What if you're not there yet? So I want to give you some ways that you can actually generate income. So I'm glad, Virginia, that this is helpful to you. I mean, we have to think about the fact that, look, we're in a time right now, we're in a moment where video is a big thing. It is the equalizer. So wherever you are in your business, okay, if you're just starting out, or if you've been doing this for a while, but you haven't been doing it well, if you choose to go the path of video and to learn how to do it and to be consistent and to deliver something of high quality to a particular group of people that need what you have to share, then you can be successful and you can monetize. You can create a revenue stream by using live video. But you may have to get a little creative doing that initially. And that's what I wanted to give you some ideas about doing tonight in this episode. So I will share with you that very soon, as a matter of fact, it's supposed to be this weekend, but I'm building out all of my stuff inside of Funnel Streams, as I mentioned earlier. So let me put that Funnel Streams demo back up. I'm getting ready to move all of my content over to Funnel Streams. It is an amazing platform, but it's taken me some time because I have been focused on so many things at once. But I'm moving my content, my courses, my programs over into Funnel Streams because I would like the ability to be able to tie in my messenger chat with my DMs on Instagram, with my chat from my website, with my sales pages, with my discovery call, with my calendar. I want to do all of that without having 1,000 different apps to do it. And Funnel Streams allows me to combine all those different tools into one space. I'm doing this because I'm about to launch Stream Bosses Academy. Finally, I know some of y'all are like, oh my God, I've been waiting for this. I know. I had to put things on pause, y'all. Mental wellness, right? And rest and relaxation is a thing we must embrace. And I had to embrace that for a minute because things were getting really crazy. So, absolutely, I want to pull everything together and we're going to be launching Stream Bosses Academy. If you're not already, it is awesome, Shannon. I know. Check it out. Check it out and use my affiliate link. Didn't we just talk about that? Um, what I want to do with Stream Bosses Academy is give you a space where we can hang out every month. There's two different calls that we'll deliver. One is a group coaching call. The other one is going to be a call where we're using a creator day, a video creator day. So you have space to create video content and related assets, right? In a space where other people are doing the same thing and there's no excuses about, I didn't have time. We're encouraging and supporting each other in that community. So I'm putting that together and putting it all into my funnel streams. Yes, it is amazing. They have all of the things. So I got to pop that link back up. Funnelstreamsdemo.com/Tanya. Definitely check it out. There's my detail diva. Awesome, awesome. Check it out because we are going to be sharing very soon information on how to become a part of Stream Bosses Academy. And we're going to be doing it using the Funnel Streams app. And Detail Diva, Miss Tiffany, is my go-to. She's my strategist that's been helping me to get out of my own head because we all need coaches, strategists need strategists. We all need somebody to help us to get out of our own head and keep us from thinking too much, like overthinking and overanalyzing. Look, she's already on me. I'm going to start ignoring Instagram because she's already asking me, is your first week of content ready yet? Like she's already in there. Awesome. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. So we got some things coming, y'all. But there are ways, going back to the topic of what we're talking about tonight, there are ways for you to generate revenue and income through your live videos. You've got to get a little creative, even if you don't have a huge audience yet, but you're building and you're working towards that. You're working towards I'm not going to say a huge audience, you're going to work towards a quality audience of people who really become a community for you. This is why, again, I love the Stream Like a Boss, ladies and gentlemen, in my Facebook group. I love you guys because many of you have been with me for a while, like before I ever had a studio, before I ever did this consistently. You were there, right? And we're learning together. That's the kind of community that I want to build, right? I don't care about having 100,000 people if 90,000 or even 99,000 of them are inactive or don't really care about me as a person and I don't know them. So be thinking about how you can creatively generate revenue and build a wonderful community through your live videos. Take those ideas that we talked about tonight and apply them. apply them. And yes, we are going to end 2021 strong, Miss Irene. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Anne is laughing at me because she probably saw my detail diva, Tiffany, in her comments, keeping me accountable. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for putting up with me for 45 minutes this evening. Usually we go about 20 to 30 minutes, but this one I knew I wanted to talk a little bit longer, and I wanted to just really share from my heart with you about how to monetize, even when you're small. Because I think sometimes we are listening to people that are telling us you can't. And I want to tell you, you can, but you just have to be strategic and you need to be creative in how you do what you do. So awesome. Thank you, Cheryl. I'm so glad you thought it was helpful. And you too, Miss Ann. I love it. I love it. I love it. Thank you for the heart. All right, folks. Monetization is key. It is key. I hope everyone has an amazing, look, we got that sunlight coming through there, an amazing rest of the week. And I'm looking forward to sharing more with you about Stream Bosses Academy. If you want to learn more about the demo, the Funnel Streams demo, because Funnel Streams is going to be my go-to space that I'm in now, definitely check out Mike Wayne's program, Funnel Streams, and you can do so through my link. I have enjoyed being with you and engaging with you in the chat this evening. And I want you to make sure that you're thinking of ways for your own business that you can leverage on camera content to serve more people, stand out online, sell more of your services. That's what we're all about. Awesome. We will see you next time. Take care.